रहता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी आए श्लोक मारी आए, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When our observations are sharp, clear and unbiased, then our perceptions are different. And when our perceptions are different, our interactions will be different. And when interactions are different, then our experiences are different. So where it begins from how are our perceptions. And these perceptions are conditioned by the purity of our mind. See, if a person is having an issue, one example, this is just example. I have 7 daughters, 6 found out they are fool and got married. The 7th one was a fool, could not find out anybody. And therefore, as a father, I have got only one issue. Oh, she has to get married, once she gets married, I'll be free. See? So, what will be his perception? His perception will be, wherever he will go, this is the only theme. So he went for a cremation. There also, Gupta ji, do you know some boy for me not? वो जल रहा है वही है. Because the mind is so preoccupied. See, friends, therefore, we should be very clear. When we are studying Panchadashi, Vedanta, we should not go with any kind of imagination. If I listen to satsanga, my desires will be fulfilled. No. You will be liberated from the burden of all desires. See? Desires will be there, but it will no more be a burden for us. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. In the 10th chapter, Bhagavad Sri Krishna says, I am desire, kamosmi, I am desire. But which desire? Dharma aviruddho bhuteshu. That which falls in the purview of dharma. Now what falls in the purview of dharma? Hunger. If I am hungry and if I want to eat food, then it is not a desire which is binding me. But I want food to eat, but I want a particular type of food, then the bondage begins. Therefore, who is creating all these things? So we start analyzing our experiences. And in that, we are told that That one reality, what we refer in Vedanta as Brahman, Yoga as Paramatma, and devotion as Bhagavan, is absolute bliss without any contamination of otherness. One without a second. And this is what we have been seeking in our life. See, this is the foundation of entry in the Vedantic studies. Whatever we are doing in our life, what for? Because we are all seeking happiness. Nobody does anything to become miserable. We become miserable, that's a different story. See? So now the question comes, why we are seeking happiness? Unanimously. See? Whether it is a mosquito, or whether it is a lizard, or an animal, or a human being, rich or poor, all of us are seeking happiness. What is the reason? Because that is our natural status. Now, whenever we are closer to our natural status, we are relaxed. Like those who have got optimum hearing ability, they will not struggle to listen. But those who have got little less, then they have to put lot of efforts. And therefore, those who have, through wisdom, withdrawn from struggling in life, but now seeking one's own nature, to such students, this Panchadashi addresses. So, if the divine is everywhere, why can't we experience? If bliss is the cause of this world, where from the miseries have come? This is the question. Now, this question is analyzed by quoting two examples. One example is given from the scriptures, the Shvetashvatar Upanishad. देवात्म शक्तिम स्वगणे ही निगूढ़ाम मुनयो अविदन परास्य शक्तिर विविधा क्रिया ज्ञान बलात्मिका. So there are all the wise people sitting together and discussing about this issue, and they came to this conclusion. This is the Shakti, what is called as Shakti or Avidya or Avyakta or Maya, whatever words you use. Parasya Shakti. So this is the divine infinite potentiality of the Absolute, which expresses in three ways. One is the desire, Ichha Shakti. Second is Kriya Shakti. And third is the Jnana Shakti. Three of them. See? Now these three Shaktis, these three potentialities, they are the one which are putting us in bondage. So how it is? First of all, Ichha Shakti. If we have any desire, then desire is about what? When you know something and you think that it is important to have, then a desire is born. When we come under the pressure of the desire, it naturally terminates into action. See? Therefore, these are the three aspects of our life, and they are compelling us to struggle and forget our divine nature. And in that struggle, we all get tired, and as a result, we go to sleep. In sleep, what happens? We have given up desires, Ichha Shakti given up. Then Jnana Shakti, we have no knowledge about anything good or bad. And therefore, there is no desire and there are no actions. And therefore, in deep sleep, we are at peace. As a result, after we wake up, after 5, 7, 8 hours of sleep, we never say, I was sleeping for 8 hours and I am damn tired. Why? Because we were one with our divine nature. See? Therefore, this Maya Shakti is hiding our own divine nature. Therefore, when we have no pressure of desire, we will be at peace. Nobody can purchase us if we have no desires. See? Now, iti veda vacha praha vasishtascha tatha bravid sarva shakti param brahma nityamapurna madvayam. In the same manner, in Yoga Vasishta, Vasishta ji tells Bhagavan Ram also that this is what is said in the Yoga, in the Upanishad also. Vasishta ji said that Parabrahma is always Apurnam Advayam, is always permeated with his own divine potentiality. Now, this is one important point which we have to understand. See? Which part of the block of gold has the ability to express as the ornament? Every corner. Because that ability to express as ornament is permeating in and through the total gold. Which part of the ocean has the ability to express as the wave? Every nook and corner. Because the potentiality to express as the wave is permeating in and through. Exactly the same way. Now come to subjective. See? All colors and forms are permeated by our vision. See? It is not, it's a blue color, vision will say, I will not see. No. If it is red color, vision will not say, I like it. No. Because vision is permeating in and through everything and being without getting influenced by anything. That is the Shakti. Then you come to the mind. So mind permeates in and through all the sense organs and organs of action. But mind is not influenced by any one of them because the eyes cannot see the mind, the nose cannot smell the mind because mind is free from these attributes, Shabda, Sparacha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Then this mind have no impact on eye, the body. See, when desire is fulfilled or not fulfilled, I continue to exist. And this I is permeating, I is being permeated by the principle of life. Whether I am awake or not awake, life is still there. And life is nothing but expression of the absolute conscious bliss. Therefore, none of us have the following two experiences. Number one, experience of our absence and experience of our knowledge about our being. Knowing and being is natural to everyone. So this knowing and being is called as the Brahman, the reality, the Bhagavan. So permeating. So Parabrahma Sarva Shakti Nityam Apurnam Advayam. And therefore this Shakti is non-dual, one with the reality. Yaya ullasati shaktya aso prakasham adhigacchati chit shakti brahmano nama sharireshu upalabhyate. So this chit shakti, the consciousness, hey Ram, is fully available in our own being because this whole world is the expression of the same reality. Now to understand this, take a day-to-day example. If we say that electrical energy is permeating in and through all the bulbs in the whole world, see? Is it that the Russian electricity is communist? See? Permeating in and through every bulb. Whether the bulb is in the temple or in the toilet, it makes no difference. See? The space is permeating every place, whether it is the big object or it is the eye of a needle. No problem. What does it mean? Everything is in the space, but space is not influenced by anything. In the same manner, this Paramatma, the Brahman, the reality, alone is expressing in and through everything and being, and therefore sharireshu chit shakti upalabhyate. And therefore this Paramatma, the conscious reality, is available in everything and being. And therefore we don't have to go from place to place. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalana Tavadanam. You are divine. When we go to the eye doctor, what he does to us? He doesn't give us vision. Vision we all have. Then our eye muscles are not able to focus properly the focal length. Therefore, he gives us the glasses. So when the glasses are given, vision is not given. Vision is already there. Then what these glasses do? They help us to adjust the focal length. Exactly the same way. When we go to satsanga, when we go to temple, we are not made divine. We are, but the only thing is, the objectivity is so strong in our experience that everything we want to recognize objectively. And a subject can never become an object. See? Like eyes are the subject, colors and forms are the object. Now colors and forms cannot see the eyes. Who is looking at me? No. See? So this divinity now is being explained how it is permeating in everything and being. Few examples are given. It's very beautiful. Spanda Shaktischa Vateshu, the ability of the air to move. Dadhe Shakti Tatha Upale, being hard and solid in the stones. Drava Shakti Tatha Ambasu, the liquidity in the waters. Daha Shakti Tatha Anale, the burning ability in the fire. Continue. Shunya Shakti Tatha Kashe, in the space it is the ability to remain empty without any disturbance. Nasha Shakti, Vinashini, and whatever is there, everything is destroyed. The ability to get destroyed is also the divine power. Yatha Ande Maha Sarpaha Jagadasti Tathatmani. Like in a small egg, the huge snake is as if hidden. When the egg breaks, the snake starts coming out and he grows. In the same manner, Tatha Jagadasti Atmani, the whole world is in the self. Yesterday I told you, there are two creations. God's creation have no problem. 5 elements, what is the problem? No problem. Things and beings, no problem. Problem begins when we create our creation in God's creation. God's creation is man, woman. Our creation is relations. Sukha kachra, gila kachra. And when we carry the burden of sukha, gila kachra, the samsara begins. See? So what should be the spiritual practice? Up to a particular limit, yes. We are responsible, lead a responsible life. But we have to draw a line thus far, not further. But what happens? We are unable to withdraw. Then somebody has to tell us, Mama, will you please keep shut up? And then the mama becomes, see, I did so much for him, but now he's telling me, shut up before his wife, even he insults me. You deserve that. You have to have that wisdom. See, in Ramcharitmanas, the story comes. Daksha Prajapati was conducting a yajna and all the gods were invited except our Bhole Baba. Shivji was not invited because according to Daksha's status, Shivji was a beggar. And all the rich gods with their helicopters and all that, they were invited. And when the helicopters are going with all the gods and their wives and everything, this Sati, she said, see, everybody is going, we should also go. So Lord Shiva said, look here, where we are not invited, not wanted, we should not go. Then same standard ladies, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. You always say like that. Do you require invitation to go to your own father's house? Oh. The best reply is, keep mouth shut. He kept quiet. And being a wife, he has to go. Listen, she went. And then the whole calamity happened and she has to kill herself. Now these stories, when they come in our scriptures, we simply listen them but don't apply them in our life. See, friends, when we study scripture, it is not for entertainment. It must have an impact on our life. Otherwise, there is no difference between us and the screen on which Mahabharata is shown. After switch off, again the same screen, no further. So, शून्य शक्ति आकाशे नाश शक्ति विनाशिनी यथा अंडे अंतर महासर्पा जगदस्ति तथात्मनि. Therefore, world is not outside, the whole world is inside us. See? When we are in deep sleep, where are we, when are we, and what are we? All the three things disappear. And what is the world? World is Desha, Kala, Vastu or Vyakti. In deep sleep, no Desha, no place. No Kala, no time. No Vastu, Vyakti, no individuality. Yet we continue to exist. And then what is waking up? From that, where there was nothing, from that everything comes out. So first is we become aware, step number one. Then space is created, where I am. Then time is created, what is the time? And then who I am, oh, I have to go to office. The whole world begins. See? And therefore, we have to understand that we don't have to do anything. This is the most simplest part of spiritual life. We don't have to do anything. The rule is, illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Like the eyes are seeing all colors and forms, but they are not influenced by their presence or absence. In the same manner, this world cannot disturb us unless we cooperate. See, how we cooperate? I don't like this yellow color, dirty yellow color. I like blue color. Now, eyes are not saying that. It is we, the dumb, that is saying. Therefore, we have to recognize that phala patra lata pushpa shakha vitapa moolavan nanu vijay yatha vrukshas tathedam brahmani jagat. Like in the seed, the whole tree is hidden, unmanifest. In the same manner, the whole world is existing in the self that we are. See? Kvachit kachit kadachitcha tasmad udyanti shaktayaha deshakala vichitratvad kshatalamiva shalayaha. Now these various potentialities that we see in this world, we have seen the potentialities, the movement potentiality of the air, the emptiness potentiality of the space, the hardness potentiality of the stones, the liquidity potentiality of the water, etc. These things start manifesting desha kala vichitratvad, like the ksha-talam iva, like the earth. Some earth is supporting this particular type of crop. The other earth is supporting other type of crop. In the same manner, these various potentiality of the divine that we are, they express depending upon the instrument or the place where they are manifesting. Otherwise, you see, structurally we are all same. No difference at all. You know, these days they are transplanting the various organs. Structurally same. We give also blood to others. So when a Hindu gives blood to a Christian girl, after that, will we say, hey, Catholic bottle and Hindu liquor? No. Because principally we are all one and the same. And therefore, these various potentialities manifest depending upon the various situations and places, desha kala vichitratvat. Therefore, because the expressions are different, that doesn't mean they are different. It is one and the same. And therefore, all of us have got the vocal cords. See? When Lata Mangeshkar sings, it is a melody. When I sing, it is a tragedy. See? Is it that there is some kind of anything? No. Differences are depending upon where the potentiality is expressing. Sa Atma Sarvago Rama Nityodita Mahavapuho Yat Mana Vang Mani Manani Shaktim Dhatte Tan Mana Uchate. In the same manner, hey Ram, Vashishtaji is telling Bhagwan Ram, Nitya Udita Mahavapuho. This Paramatma is great, always present. You can never experience your absence. Now this is another very important thumb rule. We can never experience our absence. Then where from the fear of death comes? Because of identity crisis. When I say I, what do I mean by I? When I say I am old, here I refers to the age. When I say I am a man, here I refers to the gender. When I say I am Indian, here I refers to the citizenship. See, non-specific I. So, this I alone is everything. So, Sa Atma Sarvago Rama Nitya Udita Mahavapuhu. He is the eternal presence. And therefore, because of which Manang Manani Shaktim Dhatte. And therefore, the ability to reflect in the mind is also the expression of the divine potentiality, the Shakti. Now see what we have seen so far. The various potentialities of the different five organs, five great elements. Thereafter, the various abilities in the different structures. Now we are coming to the mind. So, what is the expression of the divinity through its potentiality in the mind is Manani Shakti. We start projecting, reflecting. See? This has become our default settings. Anything we see, we hear, our mind started reacting. See? Like this Amma came. Now, there are no need, why should I ask, why she has come? But then I had to talk. I can't keep my mouth shut. See? Now, what is making me? Suppose that, hey, how come you are here? Who are you to ask me? Get out. See, friends, this ability to question, talk is uncontrolled by us. Therefore, our Mahamantra, देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. World is not created. So, yan manani shaktim dhatte tan mana uchate. Therefore, if it is the liquidity, it is called as water. If it is the hardness, it is called as stone. Because of this divine potentiality, these things are those things. Similarly, because of the ability to reflect, think and ask question is the expression of this divine potentiality as the mind. See, the potentiality of the electrical energy to express through bulb as the light. The same potentiality expresses through the fan as a movement. The same potentiality expresses through the heater as the heat. The same potentiality expresses through the fridge as the coldness. Because, be attentive, Shakti or potentiality is not specific. Energy is not specific. The specificity comes through what it is expressing. See, friends, like when the mind is expressing through the eyes, it will express only as vision. It cannot express as a smelling ability. But mind is the same behind all the five organs. There are not five minds. Why there are differences? Because of the instrument through which it is expressing. In the same manner, there is one divinity, the Brahman, the Paramananda. He alone is expressing through everything and being. The differences are on account of the conditioning through which expressing. But what happens? Our attention goes only to the conditioned expressions, not the absolute expression. See? Now watch your own life. When we talk about our life, we talk about as somebody. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc., etc. So we don't talk as a human being. We talk as somebody. And the somebody will have some problem. Nobody can help us. Therefore, the more we reflect in this line, then slowly, we will be keeping the Shakti under our control. And that is all the spiritual life. And in that control, we have to start from our long tongue. See? World is name and form. So, देखो सुनो, देखो forms, सुनो words. मत बोलो, you have achieved a great leap on the spiritual path. See? So, continuing further, आदौ मनस्तदनुबंध विमोक्ष दृष्टि पश्चात प्रपंच रचना भुवनाभिधाना इत्यादि की स्थितिरियं हि गता प्रतिज्ञाम आख्यायिका सुभग बाल जनो दिवेति. Now we have been hearing in our various books, scriptures, Mahatmas and Satsang. What we are hearing? Adau manaha. First, we take the mind to be real. Our Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, if you listen to him, you will be left with no question. What we understand about spiritual life? Three things. Karma by the body, Upasana by the mind, and Yoga for controlling the mind. See? So, how to do the karma? Do the karma, Ishvararpitam Nichchaya Krutam. Whatever we have to do, offer it to the God, not for fulfillment of our desire, but our obligation. Swakarmanatam abhyarcha siddhim bindati manava. Bhagavad Gita tells. So karma is done for the purification of the mind. Then comes the upasana. Upasana is done for making the mind single pointed. Very good. Do that. Do the japa omno shamno shamno shamno. And then yoga is done for disciplining the mind. See? Very good. Now after these three things are told, then Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi asks, that mind you are worried about, find out what is that mind. Manasam tukim. That mind which is troubling us so much, what is that mind? Then you come to a conclusion, Naiva Manasam, there is no mind. Now take this example to make it clear in our mind. We are all sitting here, we can see everybody separately. Imagine it's a pitch darkness. Will we be able to see differences? No. But then light comes. Then all the differences are seen. When we are in deep sleep, no differences. See? In the earlier days, when I used to travel by train, there I have learned this thing. 3-tier compartments. Those days, even AC was not in the trains. Many old stories. So, when you are in the train, the fighting begins, heat and a lot of crowd. So, we being Indian, we start fighting. So, after some time, the train takes its own speed, and then the containers are open, the stomach is filled, and then slowly the drowsiness comes and people sleep. All fighting disappears. Then my feet go in somebody else's lap, no problem. Somebody's hand goes in my pocket, no problem. All differences disappear. See? And then the moment light comes, all of us are seen separately. Exactly the same way. The moment mind is born, see, why you are putting your hand in my pocket? Oh, I didn't know, I thought it is my pocket. See? Therefore, this mind we have to recognize. Therefore, the highest spiritual practice is mind your mind. And in that minding the mind, you come to know Manasam tu kim margane krute naiva manasam marga arjavat. All your struggles will disappear when you discover that there is nothing like mind other than I. Ayam aham kuto bhavati chinvataha Ai patatyaham nija vicharanam. Who is this I? Instead of inquiring about the world and things, inquire about who is this I. And then you come to know when this I starts inquiring about itself, like when the eyes start seeing themselves, the vision disappears. See? Therefore, this is the truth. But we hear in our various stories and everything, Adau Manaha, because of the mind. Manaiva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho Bandhaya Vishaya Saktam Muktam Nirvishayam Smrutam. Because of our attachment to the worldly things and being, mind is cause for the bondage. And we take that bondage and liberation, mind as real. So, Adau Manaha, Tad Anubandha, and because of that we are in bondage. Now, just each and everything, if we start understanding, this phone is mine. The phone doesn't say it is belonging to me. I am only telling. So, the possessiveness, bondage, liberation is nowhere. Is only in our mind, and that only because of practice. So, Adau Manaha, that thereafter the Anubandha, then we start living as the mind, by the mind, on everybody. See friends, now here one more point I'll tell you. Nobody, including our own dear parents, have ever told us, taught us, how to think. They themselves don't know. See? Because there is a vegetation, trees and plants, does it mean it is a garden? It could be a jungle. When we go to a forest jungle, it is not a comfortable stay there. Because all vegetation is wild. All kinds of animals may come and trouble us. But when we go to a properly maintained garden, then we enjoy there. Now find out whether our mind is a forest or a garden. The thoughts start erupting without any control. And what is the technique? Dekho suno bak karo. See? My friends, spiritual life is not anywhere out. Discover yourself. Ado manaha tad anubandha. Then we are told, now you are in bondage, you should attain for liberation. First of all, find out whether you are in bondage or not. See? But we only imagine, without this I cannot live. See? Like you must have seen, some old people, one of them dies and the lady is still hanging around. Then she goes on crying. And standard dialogue. Why you are died? I should have gone, you should have taken me. Why you left mama? I cannot live without him, and all that. Others are waiting now. This is also in a queue, very good. Now 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years have gone, and she has no plan of living, becoming stronger day by day. Then the children ask, Mama, you are telling that you cannot live without dad. What happened? Only dialogue. It has no meaning. See, friends. Therefore, Ado manaha tadarubandha, then vimoksha. I want liberation. Where are you in bondage? See? We are told 100 times you are in bondage. We are not in bondage. See? Then, paschat prapancha rachana. Then the mind starts projecting. Young, healthy, free, educated, intelligent boy starts thinking, what a life without a wife. Gets married. Again the same mouth, without taking achamanam. What a life because of the wife. So first he was in bondage, I am without wife. So he got married. Now he wants liberation, that I should separate. This is how the mind is making fool of us. But we are unable to understand this thing. Paschat prapancha rachana, then bhuvana vidhanaha. And then if you do this thing, you will go to heavens. If you do this thing, you will go to the Swargalok or the Brahmalok. All kinds of, go on imagining, going here and going there. If you do papa, you will go to the lower yoni, you go down. And ityadiga sthitiriyam hi gata pratiksham. Then these stories again and again heard. Then they gather a status of reality. See? In maybe 1950s, I remember one movie which I have seen, and it has given me a big impact on my understanding. There was Hindu-Muslim riots, and the Hindus came, they were killing the Muslims. And in one Muslim family, there was a small child. And one Hindu family was staying next to them. So that old lady came and picked up that small child, lest it will be killed. And then everything was over. Nobody knew, except that lady, that he is a child born to a Muslim family. Time passed, then again 18, 20 years, another riots broke. Now this boy is going, I want to go and kill the Muslims. Then this lady said, don't do that. Don't get involved in crime. No, I'll kill them. Then she said, okay, go and kill. Now listen to me. Nobody knows other than me that you are a child born to Muslims. That time I protected you, and they thought you are my child, therefore they didn't kill you. So you are a Muslim, they go and kill. See? These are subtle things. Therefore, this world we take so real, and ityadika stitiyam gata pratiksham. So it becomes so real that this world is real. We were born and then we started growing first vertically. Ceiling came, but we did not give up. We started growing horizontally. See? And we take this as real. Learn from your experiences. Do we have experience of birth, growth, modification, death and absence? None of them. The net result, if this knowledge is digested, will be, we will go through all the turmoils of our life, but we will not be disturbed on account of those turmoils. The best example which I gave about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. When he was having cancer at the time of his death, the devotee suggested him, why don't you talk to mother? She can cure you because of your these pains you are suffering. His problem was, I am not having any pain. What the devotees were seeing him as a body, and what he knew himself as the divine. See? Can the fire burn itself and get blisters? Can the sugar cane suffer from diabetes? See, friends, but because of this wrong understanding right from childhood, therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter at the end, Bhagavan tells three things. First, how should we live in this world? See? Na rupamasteha tathopalabhyate nantorna chade nirda sampradishta ashwatthaменam suvirudamudang asanga shastrena drudena chitva. Live in this world with complete detachment. See? First. You will never suffer thereafter. Then further, what should be the spiritual practice? Beginning is nirmana moha jita sanga dosha. Try to live as non-body. How to live as a non-body? Karnataka. A boy acts as a girl on the stage. That time also he knows he is not a girl. But his acting is so great, he gets great rewards for that. Exactly the same way. We all have to play different roles in our life. Play your role perfectly, but after the role is over, go to the green room, change and be yourself. But we carry that role throughout life. See, friends, can there be more simpler spiritual practice? And thereafter, Upasana is told. Upasana is what? Try to suspect divinity in everything and being in every event of our life. Like we suspect something wrong. The ability to suspect we all have. Now apply that ability, suspect divinity and divine intentions behind every action of our life, every event of our life. See? There is one boy in Pune probably. He is expert in Japanese language. He studied Japanese. But he has no vision, completely blind. And one girl, she was also studying Japanese. And then she decided that I'll marry him, and got married. And with their Japanese knowledge and this Buddhist literature, they were doing a good job in Japan. So they came and told him that there is a way that his vision problem can be sorted out. He said, no, I am happy. I don't need to see anything. See, friends, we have to recognize that every event of our life is for our good. Nothing happens for destroying us. Then our attention becomes more and more self-oriented. Now our attention is self-related, not self-oriented. Self-related means what? What will I get? Self-oriented means who is miserable. See? So, this is how the teacher tells us the iti guhyatamam shastram. So, the third is guhyatama, discover what you are. It is only for this purpose we are born as human beings. If that is fulfilled, our life is fulfilled. So, Ado Manastat Buddhi Bandha Vimoksha Drishti Paschat Prapancha Rachana Bhuvana Vidhana Ityadi ki Stitiriyam hi Gata Pratishtham. Or listening to this every now and then, so many times, then this gathers a status of reality. See? Now, you just observe from our own daily life. I play with this idea. I don't observe any fast. So I went to somebody's house for food. That is one of my profession. So when I went there, they said, Swamiji, today is Thursday. We are all the devotees of Sai Baba. We don't take food today. But because you are coming, we have prepared something for you. You can take that. Why? Today is Thursday. I said, no, today is not Thursday. Yes, Swamiji. I said, no, today is Wednesday. No, today is Thursday. I said, on what ground you are telling? Because yesterday it was Wednesday. No, yesterday was Tuesday. Swamiji, what should we do? Eat food. See, remember, truth is not determined by majority. Majority look at the sky as blue. Does it mean, therefore, the sky is blue? Majority believe that the waves come and go. But is it true? They neither come nor go. They have no existence apart from the ocean. See, friends, our experience tells that we are growing. Are we growing? No. Body is growing. But our identification with the body is so strong that we all the time talk about these days the youngsters don't respect the elders. The youngsters' bodies, elders' bodies. See? And then that old body I am, that young body I am not respecting me. Now tell me, what is our contribution that our age is more? What we have done to have become old? It is the poor earth running around the sun and our age is growing. See, friends. But then these wrong notions become our real life. Therefore, ityadika stitiriyam ye gata pradishtham akhyayika shubhaga bala janodita iva. Here, these kind of stories have, akhyayika means stories. These kind of stories have gathered a status of reality, see, which are told by the ayahs to the children because they are troubling. So the Dhatri, she starts telling story. Balasya hi vinodaya Dhatri vaktim shubham katham kvachit santi mahabaho rajaputrastraya shubha. Now to tell the story to the child because they are not sleeping, the Dhatri, the servant, she tells, there was a time when there were 3 Rajaputra, the 3 princes. Okay. They were very good boys. Then what happened? They were dvau na jataha See, though na jata tata ekastu garbha iva nacha sthitah. Out of these three, two were not born and one was not conceived. Okay, then what happened? Vasanti te dharma yukta, and they were leading a life of righteousness. And then atyanta asati patane, and they were living in a non-existing house in the city, in the place. Okay. Then story continues. Sakiya Shunya Nagara Nirgatya Vimalashaya. They were so happy they left their house or their place which was never existing. And Gachanta Gagane Druksha Dandrushu. And when they were going in the space they saw a huge forest, big trees, and those trees were having lot and lot of fruits. Okay, then what happened? Bhavishyan Nagare Tatra Rajaputra Strayopite. In this manner, they were going from one place to another place, all the three princes. And then Sukhamadhyasthita Tatra. Now they are staying there, Mrugaya Vyavaharinaha, and they are spending in their time in this beautiful way. Story is beautiful. Our Sant Nareshwar Maharaj has written a similar kind of, this is called a Barud. See? काट्याच्या आणीवर वसले तीन गाव, दोन वसाड एक वसेचिना. On the tip of a thorn, there were 3 villages. 2 were never there and 1 was never seen. And then the story continues. There came 3 pot makers. And out of the 3, 2 were never born and 1 was dead. Okay. Then they made 3 clay pots. See? 2 were never cooked and 1 was broken. Then they put 3 mung, lentils, in the 3 pots. 2 could never be cooked and 1 remained uncooked. Thereafter, they gave that food to the people. Story goes on. It's such a long story. To cut it short, then Sant Nareshwar says, to understand the meaning of this story, you have to go to Satsanga, Guru Maharaj, and then he will explain you the meaning of this story. See? Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. Where it is? Where is this world? That which is not included in the mind doesn't exist. And what is mind? Mind doesn't exist. See how beautiful it is. But our error begins from this Nirmana Moha. We are so tied down to this body identification. And right from childhood it is strengthened. We belong to the Bharadwaj Gotra. We are Rugvedi, you are Yajurvedi. Now what is Rugvedi, Yajurvedi? How many mantras are in Rigveda? What mantras? But I am a Rigvedi. See? Has any meaning to this? See? But then that becomes a reality for us. See? I was talking in the office. So I was introduced. Swamiji, he is the gentleman and he is doing all the gold work in our temple. He is a vendor for that. I said, Mahatmaji, namaste. So, what's your name? He said, somebody, Thakur. So, you are from Rajasthan? He said, no. Last 5 generations we are here doing this business. Then I said, no. Gujaratis stay in Maharashtra, but they never call themselves to be Maharashtrians. Tamilians stay in Maharashtra, but they never call themselves to be Maharashtrians. so rooted in these illusions. Now, it is such a simple thing. Do you think by living in this Maharashtra, we are not ready to give up? Our great-grandfather was somewhere in Abu Dhabi. See, friends, this is how we are buried in the wrong notions. And the wrong notions begin only after body identification. Nobody can help us in this. So, like this story, this Dhatreti Kathita Rama Bala Akhyayika Shubha Nishyam Sa Yayo Balaha. And the children started thinking, really it happened. See? Why? Because Nirvicharanya Dhiya. Because they do not have the ability to understand their own experiences. One day you will discover this. Misery is nothing but wrong notions. Nothing else. I want something. Why? With that thing I will be happy. And if you don't get that thing, you will be miserable. And you get that thing, you will be happy only for a few moments. Thereafter it's okay now. You can see in your own houses, the kids are wanting so many toys. After a few days, they become secondary. In any house you go, they will have so many toys, and those toys are good for the parents, not for the children. See, friends, because nirvicharanya dhiya, they don't have the ability to understand and think. Iyam samsara rachana vicharo jita chetasam balaka akhyayika eva itam avasthitim upagata. So Vashishta ji tells Bhagwan Ram, Iyam samsara rachana. In the same manner, this world, vichara ujjita chetasam, those who are unable or those who do not want to think properly, they are dull-witted, unable to come out of it. See? I'll tell you how it happens. There was one police officer and good friend, whole family. And one day he came morning 4 o'clock from somewhere, just in front of his house. Before he could knock the house, he fell and died. Just like that. So the morning walkers saw who is sleeping there, such a funny way. They saw he was dead. So they called everything. So when I came to know, I went to see. Then that son was so angry with me as if I killed him. See, Papa has called you as my guru. This is what you have done. This is God. I don't believe. So shouting. I kept quiet. I said, I'll come later. I'll talk to you later. Because that time was not the time to talk to him. After 2 months, I spoke to him. I said, now tell me. Then he started telling. Now tell me. Our mother doesn't know. She is illiterate. She doesn't even know how to sign a check. Now how will we live? Who will look after us? So many questions started. I said, say what? I am listening. Then after that, I said, now tell me. You are talking all about yourself. You are not mentioned even once about your father. See? He said, yes. I said, now another thing. Imagine, your father was promoted from the present position to the chief of the security staff of the President of India. You will be happy or miserable? Of course, I will be happy. I said, death is a promotion. But we are not looking at that. We are looking at what will happen to us. And therefore we are miserable. See, friends, change your standpoint in life, miseries will disappear. So, iyam samsara rachana vicharo jita chetasam. Those who are having such a dull-witted mind that they are unable to go beyond their small little vision. See, if you want to see something which has to be seen by the naked eyes, no, but I have got a microscope, I will see that which can be seen by the open eyes, I want to see it with a microscope. In a microscope, you will see that ugliness which you are not ready to accept. Therefore, we have to understand this, that all that is happening in our life is for our evolution. Nothing happens for our destruction. Iyam samsara rachana vicharo jitachetasam balaka akhyaika eva itham avasthitum upagataha. And because of that, we take the samsara, all the things and being, relations, etc., so real, so real. To tell in today's language, spirituality is thinking beyond the box. We have got in-box thinking. We are not able to go beyond the box thinking. Those who think beyond the box, their thinking is different. And those who are thinking within the box, their thinking is different. Thinking within the box is one event in life and makes that person so miserable that he commits suicide, thinking within the box. The other one, he said, doesn't matter, we'll try something else. He has broken the box and opened up a new vista in his life. Therefore, ityadibhi upakhyanehi maya shaktesha vistaram Vashishta kathayamasa saiva shakti nirupyate. Thus, Vashishta ji told Bhagwan Ram, ityadi upakhyanehi, by these stories, maya shaktesha vistaram, the vistar, the expansion of the maya shakti was told. Kathayamasa sa shakti nirupyate. Now what is that shakti? What is that potentiality? What is that thing? Now that we have to understand what is that. Karyada srayastaisha bhave shaktir vilakshanam spotangaro drishyamano shaktistatranum miyate. Now how to understand this shakti? In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagwan Shankara writes about this. Avyakta namni paramesha shakti. This divine potentiality is also called as avyakta. Avyakta means unmanifest. And san api, asan api ubhayatmikano. It is and it is not and it is both. Bhinna api, abhinna api ubhayatmikano. It is other than the reality, it is one with the reality, it is both. These contradictions are to be clearly understood. And for that, we should not be in a sleepy mode. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.